Hiya guys, got an update here for you today. I've basically gone from lugging 25 litre jugs of water around to being able to do absolutely no weightlifting at all now. I've installed an RODI unit. So all of the stuff here that you can see I got from eBay. So the Aquamedic, it's a £400 unit, I got it for £99. All of these canisters here, I got them for £25. This is a TMC V2 100 I think it is, and I've basically stripped it all and just used the bits that I want to use. That I don't need that, it's not even connected. So I've got 3 of those chambers. So this is an Aquamedic RO unit, comes from Germany. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, including that big white block at the back, stage RO unit. And what I've done is I've added another 3 stages to it. So it's 4 and 3, which is 7. So it's a 7-stage RODI unit. So to start off with, the water mains comes in from here, the blue one, goes into the high pressure side of this valve, comes in, goes into there. There's a sensor that detects there's pressure, turns on the pump, and it starts from there. So this is a computer. This tells me when things are working, when things are not working, when things need to be changed. It tells me my TDS at the moment, running through that there, and that is the very last stage of my system. So that is detecting 0. That there is a pressure gauge. I believe that's showing about 70 or 80 PSI. I believe that's what that stands for, which is very good because of the pump that's built into it. It's got a pre-flush valve at the back, which this computer controls. So every time I turn it on, it will pre-flush itself for probably a minute, and then it will start giving me clean water. And when it turns off, it will just flush itself out as well. So that's the Aquamedic, and that is the 3-stage DI resins. So it starts all the way through this, works its way through 3 chambers of DI resin. This one I can't see what colour it is because it's a white chamber, which I'm not bothered about. But as soon as this one starts to go orange, starting from the bottom upwards, I know that this needs to be changed. So that's going to be telling me what this is doing. And then I've got a 3rd one. So I've got 3 of them all together, the DI resins working in harmony with each other. And then it comes out from here, the last stage, with the TDS meter coming out of it, and it looks like 2 prongs. The 2 prongs need to be central so the water passes through them, so you can get an accurate reading with that. And then that just goes up and around through this 3-way valve. One of the water valves go into here, and there's a bowler valve in it, and when the bowler valve drops, it fills up with water. When it fills up and the bowler valve goes up, it stops the water. Without that bowler valve, you'll flood your house. This is a 3-way T. This one is a valve that turns on and off, and this one just basically goes down here and into my 500 litre container that I've got all set up. And that is the speed of the water that's coming out of it. But to be fair, I'm quite happy with it. It's coming out really well, really fast, I'd say. So I'll leave that just doing its thing, because I'm going to do a water change. I haven't done a water change for about a year, so I need to do a water change. I've made a decision there, water change, and that is what's made me sort of get ready to get all this set up. So that is my RO system, water change, barrel, and RODI storage. That is 80 litres, that's about 500 litres, and that's going to be full of salt water mix, and that's just RO water. That's going to be my top off water for my evaporation off my tank. And I guess I could use this to fill this up a bit quicker if I chose to, but I'm not in no rush. So the way this works is water's evaporated, and there's a sensor in the sump of my main aquarium. there's a pump in the bottom of this, which in turns on, pumps up around there, over there, right the way down here, goes into a tube down here, and then it's connected to my Deltec Calcosser stirrer. And the way that works is every few hours it just stirs itself on a timer, and that's it. That's all it does. I believe it's connected to my Apex. So all my RO water goes through this, which in turn helps me with my calcium and my alkalinity, and that just drips into the aquarium, just there into a filter sock. This here is a filter roller, and the way this works is the water level in the chamber in here hits to a level as the mat gets dirty, hits the sensor, hits the switch, and then this starts to roll. And then what you'll find is the dirty will go up into this section, and the clean will go down and up towards the dirty section, and the water level inside here will drop, which then deactivates the switch. Brilliant. Everybody should have something like this, because I was using these old socks. I had about 3 or 4 of them all connected up together. I took all that out, ripped it all out and put this in. Everyone should have one of these. Max Specs bio balls, I must have hundreds of them, all the way around the back, all the way over here as well, loads of them. This is the Neptune, the Apex sensors, which are just there. That tells me pH and temperature and all the OAP and all that stuff. This is my skimmer. Now this skimmer I've had from brand new when they first come out. I've had no trouble with this skimmer at all. It's a twin entry skimmer. You've got one entry which is there, and one entry which is there on the other side. So it sucks in water that way, and it sucks in water that way. And it creates billions of bubbles, which then fills the cup up. And then there's a sensor right at the back with a float switch on it. So the float switch goes up, goes back to its computer, and it basically says, right, this is full up, cut off the water supply and the power to this. So it just stops completely. So that's that section. This here at the back, that is my ink bird. That tells me the temperature of the aquarium. It's connected to 2 heaters, and there's a spare one next to it. So if that one breaks, I can switch over to that one. These are the 2 heaters down here. These are the 2, I think the D&D titanium heaters. Excellent heaters. I've had no trouble with these. If one breaks, I've got another one as backup. So I'm sorted, no problem there. That chamber there is off of a manifold that I've built, and that chamber can have carbon in it, or it can have rorifos, something like that to either slightly clean the water with the carbon, or the rorifos for phosphate. This down here, this is just where I grow some mushrooms, and I do a bit of swapping. So I've got all different mushrooms down here. Mostly it's Florida recordias. I like Florida recordias. I've got a few Bance mushrooms and OG Bance mushrooms all over the place. And I've got an angelfish down here, a regal angelfish at the moment that I'm going to be introducing to the main aquarium with the other one at some stage. I've got 2 clams, 2 crocea clams. The reason I've got them is because they filter the water, and they are the smallest species of clams that you can get. The maximas, they get huge. The croceas get to about 6 or 7 inches in size, which is perfect really, in my opinion, for any tank. That's the light source, which is a XR15 Ecotech. This here is my Deltec nitrate reactor. So the way this works is it sucks the nitrate out of the water that's in this chamber. So all of this white bacteria here, that is the bacteria that will do that sort of job, which is take out the nitrates from the water. So I dose this with vodka, which is a form of carbon dosing, 8 millilitres a day. That is the water supply that comes off of a manifold just there. It goes right the way around down here. With these, you start them off at 1 drip every second, and then as you start bottoming in this out to 0 nitrate, you can start turning that up slightly, so you start getting a faster drip. But you've got to obviously do your readings with the tank, with the nitrate reactor, to see where you stand, because you obviously don't want to bottom your tank out with nitrates, because you do need nitrates in the aquarium. So this here should be 0 nitrates coming out of this. Mine is roughly between 0 and 3. The tank is roughly between 3 and 5 roughly. So I'm not too fussed. It's where I want it, it's working, it's keeping them down, and I feed the tank very heavily. These are just dosing containers. Calcium, magnesium and alkalinity. So that's the sump area. Anyway, that's that sump area, and in the cupboard around here is an alkatronic, 2 dose tronics and some containers that contain stuff. These are the fish. So you've got white-tailed coal tang, which is the only tang in the tank. You've got a juvenile emperor angel, which is starting to go through its change. We've got an anemone with 2 clownfish. You've got a cleaneras just there. You've got a queen angel, which is just there. You've got a fox face. You've got a blue face. Who else have I missed? We'll go around and have a look. All this tank's full of soft corals. There's a little story with this wrasse here. I was sitting on the stairs here. I went to go and get a drink. I come back and he was on the floor here, covered in dirt. So the only thing I've got which is dirt is this here. He must have jumped into this and jumped over there, picked him up, threw him back in the tank, and he's still alive, which is great, and he don't like me at all, but who cares. We've got Springer damsels as well. I've got 9 Springer damsels. They're all in there. They're being good with each other. Let's go and have a look, see what else we've got in the tank. So you've got a flag fin just there with the blue lips. Really lovely fish. There's the other fish. So this one here at the moment, which is sulking that coral, that one's being pecked at the moment by the queen angel. But it happened to it months ago and it come back. The leather corals, they'll get picked. They won't die, they'll just come back. Let's see if no, is he going to do it? No. Maybe he's had his fill for today. So that's that. There's the white-tailed coal tang. There's the boss. I have got a few more angels in here, but where are they? Where are my angel fish? Some cabbages. I've got 2 urchins in the tank. I leave all the algae to grow on this side wall and the rear wall because it gives all of the invertebrates something to eat in there. There's my copper band. He's come out to say hello. Now I've had him for about a year. When I first got him, he wouldn't eat at all, the copper band, for about 3 weeks. But because I've got so much rock in the aquarium, probably a couple of 100 kilograms of rock that was mature, it had loads of copepods on it, everything. So I'm guessing that's what kept him alive until he took to eating frozen food. And now he's a pig. He will eat everything. So there's a regal angelfish. That's one of my new ones in there. It did get a little bit of a beatings from the other regal angelfish, and I did have to split them up. So I took the existing regal angelfish out of the aquarium, put him in the sump, and I'm going to leave him for a few weeks, and then probably put like a little box, clear box in this corner, and then put my resident one in that box so they can see each other all the time for probably a couple of weeks. I'm going to leave it and then let him out and see what happens. That's all I can do. I've got some cucumbers in here, which come out at night time. There's another one, I don't think you can see it, which is right back there. But yeah, I've got 7 angelfish. But how many can we see? We've got the one there, the regal. We've got that one there, which is a flagfin number 2. Look, all these angelfish, and where are they? Where are they? That's the question. And the way I believe I've got away with all these angelfish is because the amount of rock work I've got in here. A lot of people have pokey, silly little amounts of rock where the fish can't hide from each other. They're just like towers of rocks. So that's why people have so much trouble with trying to put fish together. With this, the way I designed it is there's caves everywhere. It's not rocks stacked on top of each other. It's actual caves all together. All caves stacked on top of each other so everyone can get away from. Like for instance this here. It looks like one big rock, but it's not. It's a big cave on the inside and it's just a very thin amount of rock on the outside that's now been covered by this. So things can go in there and live in there and get out of the way if they need to. So yeah, when you design your reef, make it look like a reef and don't make it look stupid with all these silly columns of silly rocks everywhere, because it won't really work. It's not natural either. But yeah, this is as natural as I can make my reef aquarium. I've got some yellow Fiji leather coral there, which is it's very small, but as soon as it come into the country I grabbed a piece because I've been looking for it for years, and as soon as I saw it I had to get it. But where's all my fish? I've got a lot of fish in here. Right, anyway, this is the light racking that I made. It's profile aluminium. I just basically put it all together, and it needs a little bit of work. I need to get some shades really for it. I'll make a canopy for it, a lightweight canopy, because it don't look brilliant with those white bits hanging down, but it does the job. Stops me getting blinded. What else is there really in the tank? You know, let's sit back for a minute. Let's sit back and just chill, and let's see what we can see. Because they're normally out all over the place, but I think because I'm holding a camera, it spooks them a little bit, and they don't really like it. But as you can see, this is a heavy, heavy softy tank with a lot of toadstools. And I like toadstools, as you can see. But I chose toadstools because I wanted angelfish. And I know angelfish, look, here we go. No, I think it's going to eat that one. But with angelfish, they do like to have a bit of a munch on corals. And if they munch on leather corals, it ain't going to make no difference. People say that angelfish don't eat leathers because they don't taste very nice. Oh, they definitely have a munch on them. They're just so hardy, you could chuck them down the toilet probably and they'd survive. So an angelfish pecking at it a bit here and a bit there ain't really going to make any bloody difference. So this has been set up for probably 3 years now. It wasn't always a softy tank, it was an LPS tank, but because I got brown jelly disease, everything died. So once something like that happens, you're like, right, sod it. I'm going to go with this and get this going. So there we are. There's a bit of algae here and there on the glass. It's because I can't be bothered cleaning it. The sand, there's no algae on the sand. The sand is white. As you can see, I haven't got no sand sifting gobies because the whitetail coal tang doesn't like them and it kills them. So I can't have any sand sifting gobies, but I have got urchins that live in the sand. I can't remember what they're called, but I have got a few of them in the sand. They're quite large. Yeah, and that is my tank. There's the copper band. But everybody gets on. There may be a little chase here and there, but nothing terrible. Nothing to be worried about. Plenty of room for him at the moment. Oh, there he is. majestic angelfish. He's just gone. He lives in the rocks most of the time, the majestic. There he goes, he's eating it. Look. So he's got a thing for that one at the minute. And then what'll happen is, he'll just leave it for months and months and months. And then he may pick on another one. And go from there. But you know what? I don't care. People have got to stop caring so much. If you want something, do your research and buy it. I know they're going to peck at my corals, but I don't care. There we are, there's the Flipper Max. Somebody should be using that, but they can't be bothered. There we go. Well, been a 20-minute video. I'll give you a massive update today. So, have a nice day. And what I have noticed is I am having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people looking at my videos every week, and 99% of you are not subscribed. So it would be nice if I could get a few subscribers. You know, I've got 79, but as I say, hundreds of people every week are looking at my videos, but they just can't be bothered clicking the subscribe button. Oh look, there's a little red hawkfish who just disappeared. There's another little wrasse, a pyjama wrasse. But yeah, if you can just subscribe to me, you know, get my numbers up a bit, make me a bit more out there so other people can see my tank, because I take a lot of pride in my stuff that I'll do. So if you've got the time, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. I don't make videos all the time because I only like to make videos when there's something interesting going on, like my RO system that I got set up today, work in progress. So yeah, if you can just subscribe, I know I'm begging, but get me up there. Thanks a lot. See you later guys, have a nice day.